Okay, another day in the shop. Yesterday I didn't really take a lot of videos. However, made some pretty good progress. Still working on this square body. And as you can see, if I get back here far enough, I've got the thing, the front end is lowered. It's all but done. I need to touch up a couple of the brake hoses just to make sure that they're secured and bleed the brakes a little bit more. But that should be pretty much it for the front. It was a couple full days to get all that front end stuff on, but I think it looks good. And once again, that Detroit Speed stuff is fantastic. Truly impressed with the level of engineering and how complete the kits are. Moving on to that, now we're doing the back, and the back is going to be an axle flip. To do the axle flip, you need to notch the frame so you can see the bracket across there, and you can see where you need to cut into the frame because the axle is going to be moved. I'm going to have to take this spring off, lift it up, and then slide it under the axle and bolt it in, and that's going to lower the back 6 inches. So it's going to be a perfect ride height, I think. Right now the way it looks, it kind of looks ridiculous, but part of that's because I can't get this other wheel off, and I'm going to share with you what happened. Initially, I thought when I was taking the lug nuts off the wheel, I thought that somebody had just left a lug nut off or broken a wheel stud. Turns out what happened is that this little wheel lug nut that they've used in the past, this barrel part that's right here, it is broken off and it's on the stud in the wheel, which means that this wheel is not coming off. And by the way, this wheel stud, the part that's broken in there, it's in there about 1.5 inches. They do make a little tool that you can use to kind of an emergency extraction if you have a lug nut that is like one of the special keys or a special kind for security. I guess the secret's out. They have a tool that you can use to take those off. So I'm going to try to use that and see if I can't get that lug nut out, because I do need to get that wheel off so I can start working and cutting. You can kind of see where I've traced and drilled the corners to get that part off. So that's going to be the project for the day. I want to get that wheel off. I might have to go try to find another different tool. This one just seems it's a little bit big, but it was the smallest one that they had. I might have to go online and see if I can't find something if this doesn't work. But I'm gonna give it a shot, and if not, I'll just bring it back and get moving on. One more try. I'm gonna take it down one size and see if I can get it to bite on this one. Try to get in there as hard as I can. Got it. Look at that. That is what was stuck in there, and that's the tool that took it out. The inside of these tools they're kind of like an easy out, but backwards. But I am so happy that I got that out. Now I can get this wheel off, and we have success. Well, that was a lot of work to get this frame brace on. But what you can see is that the frame is now notched compared to the other side that you can see. And then Detroit Speed, it's like, just look at these welds. That I would have to guess that that's done robotically, but they're all fantastically done. Got one more bolt that I got to put in here, but everything looks really, really good. Like I've said before, I'm super impressed with the Detroit Speed stuff. So hopefully the goal is that tomorrow I get the other side done, and then it's going to be on to the axle flip. So it was a bear to get the U-bolts and whatnot off of the perches and for the shackles, or no, the shackles are up there, but they were really tough to get off. I had to put a lot of heat on those. So I'm actually on the side of the road in my trailer. Today I went and got something that's going to be absolutely fun. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait, and I wanted to show you what I've got here. What I have in the trailer is a 1969 Camaro Z28, and you can tell by, you know, looking at that trim tag, the X33 and the D80 means it's a Z28, and the D80 means that it has a spoiler. And then in addition to that, you can look down and you can see that that this is a project, and that is a full aftermarket chassis. I don't know what it is, but it's like I seem to have a habit of buying cars that don't run, and this one doesn't run. There's not a piece of glass in it. There's a box of parts there. I've got a bunch of other parts. However, this thing is going to be unbelievably fantastic. The goal of this I'll talk about a little bit later, but I got parts coming, and can't wait to share what's going to happen with this car. It's going to be a crazy build, so much so that it scares me just a little bit. But more to come, and when it gets to that point, I'll take some of the parts out that I got with it and share with you the awesome story that goes with this. I'd also have to give credit to the person that I bought this from. Remain nameless just for privacy reasons, but I'll tell you, there's one thing about the car community is that you meet fantastic people, and the person that had this was exactly that, fantastic guy, and I'm sure that we'll be friends for a long time, and I'm going to take this project and try to get it going. I'm going to do my best to get it done. All right, more to come on this one for sure.